Fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Middle. Sit up!
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they thought they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
7-yard line. 180! Yeah. Report! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up!
They go play action now. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this one too low.
It leads to 2nd.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
180! Finish it up!
To throw again. Jackson. And he goes back with one complete. And we're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
38-yard line.
Again, Jackson. With the position back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people are starting to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right? Everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Man, bring him down at the 13-yard line. Reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Jackson steps away to his left. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their efficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready, Block 40. Set, cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Ball ready.
Throwing again. Love. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Let's go.
And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Gibson as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Set, hut, 53. Set, hut.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the Washington 1st down.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Ready, go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready, go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nose him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. There's the throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready, 45, fight!
On third down, it's Gibson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
60 red. Strike, strike. Set.
And again this time to the tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 13-yard line.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Black shot. Ready, ready.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Light, light. Set, cut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's Jackson. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt, that's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Campbell making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
13-yard line.
Get hot. You. Get hot.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love, they go play action now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk taken.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Ready?
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. To throw now. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. First down, Love to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Love rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 on a Raven touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give the defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there. 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Washington.
Off the play fake, Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Washington.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Going back to Love. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
I want my money back. This is miserable.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
13.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 27-yard line.
180!
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Report!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Finish it! Finish it on!
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man. Looking for Campbell downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed. And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. And now this pass brought in by Brown. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Love now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play. Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free. Yeah, live to fight another down, right? On third down, Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Love. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, Gibson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves. He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
52. Ready, go.
Here's Love. Flush to his right. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5.
Ravens 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out there?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run the play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Catch made here by Campbell. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Ozzy, sit up.
Throwing now is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practice now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's a cross-fitter touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better As you end a ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Play action this time with Love. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everyone.